Hello everybody, welcome! My name is Ursa Ryan and we're back on Civ 6. Have you heard of this game? It's new. I've never played it before. It's so random. Look, it's a hex grid with units and things on the map. Let's explore. Ah dear, we are very much into the throes of Civ 6 right now, aren't we? And as we prepare for Civ 7, we have another challenge today. We are back in the evil, carnivorous vice of Sid Meier. Level difficulty 13, 5 levels above Deity. We've played it twice before. Small spoilers here, so pause the video and skip ahead a few seconds if you don't want to know what happened in those other series. But so far, things have been going well. 2 games played, 2 games won. However, we've won 2 science victories so far, and we've played fairly aggressively. We've also been playing on continents and islands maps, and today we're going to shake things around a little bit because we're back on Pangaea. Oh, we're stuck on the same landmass as everybody else today. So that means Sid Meier level opposition with 5 cities and 10 warriors and 200% production in gold. It's going to be a car crash. These are the details of the map if you'd like to recreate it yourself at home, but you don't need to do that. This isn't an exercise in Morse code. You can put your fax machine away, just come along to Discord, find the save file and play it. It's easy. Plus I have a full list of all of the mods that I use. That's all on Discord for you to come and copy as well. Now when I say we're going to slice things, mix things, rebalance things today, I am not joking. We are going to try and win a culture victory. We're going to try. It might go into a religious victory, it might go into a diplomatic victory, but we're not going to go science today. We're going to aim for culture. And to do that, we are back in the hands of channel favorite Eleanor of Aquitaine. Although, because we played so heavily with harbours recently, I've gone France. I know, the worst version of Eleanor of Aquitaine. Who would play the French when the English are here? I don't know. Redcoat noises intensify. Well, not that Eleanor can get redcoats, but you know what I mean. And that can only mean one thing. Today, we are going to try playing with the Court of Love. Again, channel favorite, we love the Court of Love. Ursa loves love, and Ursa loves the Court of Love. There's a big question mark on this though. We have already seen the ferocity of level 13 AI, and I don't know whether or not we are going to get a Court of Love snowball going this game. Normally these things kick into play at the end of the Renaissance era into the early industrial era, and there's a good chance that AI might already be winning by that point. Are we going to be able to move fast enough? I don't know. This level of AI, after all, has huge production, it can spam cities out, and it has ridiculous culture. I don't even know if the culture victory with the sheer levels of culture the AI produces is possible. This might finally be one bite too far. So get yourselves comfortable. If you're going to fall asleep to this video, like I know some of you do, make sure you've got a nice cup of hot chocolate. You cheeky little rapscallions, how dare you fall asleep to my content. I know you do it. You know, I didn't even think I had that much of a relaxing voice before coming into this job, but there you go. And get ready to see if Ursa finally falls on his sword. Let's get going. Turn 1, and more information on this start is needed. We have 2 sources of amber, a source of cotton here, another source of cotton there, so 2 double copies of luxuries, but production on this start is pretty lacking. Sure, we've got 2 sources of stone and some rainforest, but there are basically no hills here. This is just like a heavy growth city, and if we're going to play Court of Love, which is something that hits cities within 9 tiles, maybe sticking on the coast isn't the most clever idea here. Do I move inland and find better tiles? The only thing that I'm keeping in mind is I have put the start position on balance, so the chances are there are at least some strategics around this area. I'm going to move my warrior down 1 tile. Oh, actually, there's a 2-2 tile and olives there, and we've also got a +2 floodplain tile. Is that like a wonder start? No, that's just a bunch of mountains. Well, there we go. That is what this start looks like. I'm actually going to come away from the coast. I'm thinking of settling on the cotton, but inland a little bit. Now, the advantages of that are the chances of my capital being in range of somebody else, the Court of Love, is slightly higher. It also means that I have access to at least a couple more hills for later into the game if I wanted to spam some settlers out. So yeah, I might regret doing this, but I'm coming away from the coast. If I was playing English Eleanor of Aquitaine, I absolutely would stay on the coast because I would want to put my Royal Naval dockyards down. But there we go. The capital is found grounded. It's on a floodplain. I might regret doing that, but we've just got to give it a go. Now, the eagle-eyed among you will notice that this is looking a lot more complicated than normal, and this is again where I might have basically gone slightly too far. We are playing with a bunch of mods that have been seen on my channel before that make every single civilization in the game have one extra building, improvement, or district, an extra unit, and a cultural bonus that goes along with them. Now, we've actually seen the East India bonus before, I think when we were playing the Dutch. Coastal cities on foreign continents where the governor have 100% loyalty receive double the normal amount of favor from suzerain city-states, and upon researching mass production, receive industrialization tech for free. There's a lot of good stuff there. It's not the most overpowered of all of the things that we've seen. I mean, we played Egypt, for instance. That was an incredibly powerful ability. But we also have a gendarme, a unique heavy cavalry unit replacing the knight that has more combat strength when attacking, and a Knights Templar, which is more powerful against things of different religions. We've got extra units, and we've also got to be Grande École, which is a replacement for a university that gives engineering points, merchant points, or artist points, depending on what the other districts of the city are. Now, this is a very complicated building, and I don't know how many campuses we're going to actually be building, because we are focusing on culture and great works here. I don't think I mentioned we have Barb clans on, but none of the other game modes, so no Void Singers to be saving us today. But this is Pangaea. Everyone is out there somewhere, so I'm going to go straight into Scout. And one little thing, I like to thank the channel supporters on Ko-fi and Patreon. All of their support really helps the channel, massively helps me to do what I do, especially when the algorithm is all flaky and it fights me, and sometimes it just plain doesn't work. The consistent support of the channel supporters really does make the world of difference. So I'm going to be naming my cities once again after all of my beautiful channel supporters. Welcome, the wonderful Teddy Ursa. You have the capital today. Make sure you play with it well. Now, do I go for my own religion? We have already seen when I play with the game mode, this high level 13 AI, the AI can just go absolutely nuts with profits. It goes crazy with them. Generally, all religions of the game are taken by turn 60. It's a huge amount of industry and just general focus that the Empire has to take on early if I'm going to make my own religion. I don't think I'm going to want to today. We're going to focus on just working on the culture, getting my theatre squares together, making sure we have a good production in gold, maybe a little bit of science. I'm going to balance on these four: engineers, merchants, scientists, writers, rather than admirals or prophets today. So I'm not going to go for astrology. Instead, I can see that we have a couple of tiles that sources of horses might appear on. Doesn't look like I'm going to get a lot of reward from that though. Olives and cotton do require irrigation. That is a pottery start, which is not my favorite start. It's not particularly useful, but we're going to go for that. I don't even have a resource that's farmable, so I can't get the irrigation bonus, annoyingly. But hey, we'll just have to make do. Wheel has advanced considerably. Interesting. Okay, well, we don't have to mine a resource. Still not the most useful, I don't think. Just saw the brief glimpse of a barbarian appear down to my bottom left, so we're going to go and investigate that now. Ah, there it is. Hello. Little bit of experience for my warrior. Just stop you coming through the pass. Thank you so much. Ah, right, there's the barb camp. 95 gold for a warrior. I don't think I'm going to be able to just take on this with my warrior at the moment. Not until I get Code of Laws, but it also kind of worryingly looks like I'm on a little bit of a peninsula here. Very much by myself. Is this good? Am I actually going to be able to Court of Love anyone here? Is anyone going to be in range of me, or am I right on the edge of a continent in my own space and we've got to settle towards people? Luckily for me, the AI is so overpowered on this particular game mode, the chances are they'll come and settle near me. Not that that's a good thing at all, but they probably will. Okay, we have no production here whatsoever. None at all, but I guess irrigation right now is probably the thing to focus on. Maybe we just focus on getting the olives worked here and here for the extra gold. So little production right now. Or I can go for the monument, I guess. Do we save up gold for the settler rather than making it? There's a lot of decisions here to make. I think we're going to go second scout. Because my production is so low, we'll just see if we can find a little bit of knowledge of the map to help us. It's probably going to be a dark age, given the fact that we are ages away from anything. Kabul is there. Okay. That means the AI is unlikely to be right next to me. This is actually a really good science start. I love the fact that sometimes I introduce games and I'm like, this is exactly what I'm going to play. I'm going to play theatre, squares and culture. But nope, look at this. I've got already 3+3 campuses. This always works out like that. I don't want to be going heavy science. We're going to have to get some science because the AI is so far ahead. But I am aware that this is much more of a science start than a court of love start. What's the tribal village doing? +1 envoy. Interesting. So if I recruit a great scientist, we can actually pick up Kabul without the need for going Amani. Here's Armar, and Armar is about to clear this barb camp. Do I want the warrior? No one is around me. I'm going to gamble on the fact that the AI is unlikely to march towards me with 10 warriors here because we've got a mountain range and a lack of land. These are Spartan 300-esque Thermopylae passageways that the AI would have to push through, so I'm pretty happy with them. You just moved off. All right, I'll clear the camp then. I'll get the XP. Raid clan and get 5 gold. Oh, I love Deity plus Sid Meier difficulty. Only 5 gold when you clear stuff like that. And now I get astrology boosted. Look, I'm not going religion. Don't try and make me. Another tribal village again. Armar is stood on it. It doesn't look like they're going to move anytime soon. Another tribal village here. The land actually totally stops. So we're going to have to settle in that direction. Wow, what a weird start. We are basically on our own little landmass. Builder time. I'm going to just commit to the builder bit. By the time we finish it, we should have enough culture to grab this olive tile. We can go 1, 2. Nice and heavy on the old food. More of a Pingala capital, but that's okay. We don't mind a Pingala capital. But God King in to get our Pantheon nice and quickly. And survey, seeing as barbs are really not a problem for us right now, I think double experience on my scouts is the correct play. In fact, I just got another recon unit. We've got 3 scouts. I have no land to explore. This is the weirdest start. What is going on here? I don't know. I don't know at all. Craftsmanship, improve free tiles, things we're going for a builder right now. I think that's probably the move. Ah, barb camp up there. Okay. What are you offering me? A barb horseman. You can never promote them, but they're basically like faster scouts. This is the strangest looking Pangaea I've seen in a while. Look at this Kabul and Armar with fleets of warriors themselves just sort of massing around. Oh, a barb scout. Just going to grind out some experience here. We want to get to level 3 with scouts as soon as I can. If I can get some skirmishes with +20 combat strength, that will help a lot. We're also playing with Terra Mirabilis, a mod that changes all of the natural wonders and adds a few into the game. Little culture and science. River tiles with breathtaking appeal yield +1 gold for any civilization that owns one of these tiles. That's a little bit more gold. It's not crazy as natural wonders go for me, but it is something I would love to go and advance settle if we can bring a settler all the way over there. I need to find something closer to the AI. I just wish I knew where the AI was. Chances are they will probably rush this. So I'll probably find them because they will come and settle towards this. Nope. Again, Campus Central. Maybe the game's trying to tell me to go science. I swear. Capital's now up to 3 population. Great Bath has already been finished on turn 22. That just shows you how silly the AI can be on this mode. Okay, there is a little bit of fresh water between these city-states. That's something that could be settled there. I'll just remember that. But otherwise, I'm tempted to come and settle towards this natural canyon. 320 gold. That's what we're working to now. We've got 13 gold coming in per turn. Like, the gold is not a problem. Everything else is a problem. The speed of this start is absolutely appalling. No production. Another barb camp. This might throw a spanner in the works. Oh, a relic. That's good. That's my first great work. It counts for Eleanor of Aquitaine. I think that's Pericles, isn't it? That's Greece. Now, this is really good and really bad. Greece tends to be very, very fast at picking up great writers. Look at this, turn 25, someone's already almost got a religion. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Nuts how quick it is. Just note the fact that Imhotep is there. Imhotep is one of 4 engineers that can appear in the medieval era, and he's the best by far. So if we can save up 2,000 gold or this much faith, we're going to get him immediately and just wonder spam. But Pericles and or Greece means that we're not going to get any chance at any of the classical era writers, but it means that hopefully all 5 classical era writers should be taken by the AI, and then you can buy them. On difficulty level 13, you should not plan on trying to get any great person from the classical era. It's almost impossible. You should basically be aiming medieval era at the very earliest, maybe even Renaissance era onwards. That is the level of advantage the AI has over you. It's fine, it's just the way it is. We all learn to live with it. You just have to accept that that's what's going on. As we meet, yep, there we go, Pericles with 14 science and 19 culture per turn. Honored to meet you, love to sample your hospitality. Sparta, it's not their their capital city. That's fine, but as you can see, there's the loyalty I kind of expected. So the canyon is going to be very difficult to settle on. Very difficult to settle on indeed. Not that it will stop us. We will give it a good go, but it is going to be a slight problem. Now I'm going to put some production into a settler. Now I'm going to buy my settler, but it doesn't stop me being able to put production into the next settler. So hopefully I can get to my third city as fast as possible. God, I'm so far away from everything else. If we pull this off and we start to get a Court of Love snowball with this start, I think we've got to consider that to be an absolute achievement. I'm hoping you'd all agree with me. I'm interested to read the comments once this video goes up. If people think that this is an easy start for Eleanor, like on the plus side, yes, it means that the chance that the AI is going to rush us, very slim. On the bad side, we're in the middle and nowhere. Divine Spark is useful if I want to try and get my own writers, but I might as well let Greece get them for me. Not going to be going for anything with holy sites. Fishing boats seems to be a bit useless. Pastures, we haven't seen any that we can work just yet, but culture from plantations is useful. That is something I can pick up soon. We do that. It's not the best Pantheon, but at least it's a little bit of culture per turn, so we'll actually get ourselves a monument's worth here. We could also actually trade for 117 gold on this cotton. Could sell the relic for quite a lot of gold as well. I'm keeping an eye on that. Court of Love right now is not in session. We are a long way away from everything. Yeah, before Greece denounces me, we'll sell the cotton. Just pick that gold up. Now I can get the settler, which does make this settler a little bit more expensive. But it means we can go and maybe pop a city here, which has got a lot more production, or we can just skip ahead and go for the next one. I don't know at the moment. We'll see how it goes. Irrigation. Isn't that the weirdest rush you've seen in a long time? Bam. Oh, Greece actually will pay for this one as well. I'll let them get a little bit of gold so it's not just gold per turn I'm after. And I think next move for me has got to be mining. To try and maybe either chop some of these woods or put myself some mines down for a little bit of production. We need something to just push this start forward a little bit. Did you just pick up my tribal village? You did. You sneaky so-and-so. Hire an archer for 143 gold. Oh, now that is kind of tempting. An archer just keeps me a little bit safer, but I think I'm probably going to save the gold for the next settler. Let's just go all in on settling. I need to get as many cities next to Greece as I can, as quickly as I can. You just left this barb camp for me to clear. That is the benefit right there of just leaving units around. The amount of times that the AI just forgets to actually clear the encampment and lets you through is amazingly funny how often that happens. Greece settling up to the north. We're just going to have to fight through Greece here, I think, in order to actually get out of this landmass. This is terrifying. What is going on? What is with this game? Bam. Bit more gold. There's the culture. Move you to there, move you to that, and move you up. Let's give you the outpost for double experience. Not that I think it actually matters. A bit more era score. Oh, typically Greece is, for once, actually protecting their own stuff. Knossos. 5 cities already for Greece right now. Anyone going for any writer points? No. I'm actually surprised that Greece hasn't got any of their unique districts down yet. I can't tell you how quick they normally are at doing that. It's kind of slightly worrying. Well, my scouts are now able to go and have a look into Greek lands. It's actually really good to clear all of this fog of war early whilst I can. I want to see where all their cities are. I want to see where all their loyalty of their cities are as well. There's Athens itself moving through. Great. How many people has Greece met? 2. Okay, so I am kind of in the middle of nowhere here, but at least we've got something. Yep, second city is going to go down on this tile. Another city down there. A desert. Candy. A little bit of extra faith. Again, game trying to push me towards making a religion. Not going to happen. Not going to happen. Hoplites. If I'm lucky, I won't have to fight the hoplites here. It would be cool. It would be really cool if I didn't. Amar, you move that warrior now, please. I don't want to have to wait. Otherwise, I'm just going to have to move my settler up to go and claim this one. Maybe I should go and claim this spot first. Forward settle Greece a little bit here to put some loyalty pressure down in this area. That's actually not a bad shout. Yep, does the way clear? Kind of clears. Oh my lord, this is so painful. Yeah, we're off. We're doing it. Animal husbandry now. A mining unlocks as I get to the space where I can now work this quarry. Bam, give myself a boost to craftsmanship and also to masonry. Beautiful. Sell another luxury for 153. I need 440 gold for my next settler. I've never used so much gold just on settlers. Well, I haven't used this in a long period of time. There are so many Greek settlers wandering around. There's no way I could steal these settlers and then, escape alive, seeing as on turn 36, all of these cities already have walls up. But still, it's very tempting. Urban planning, we don't need to fight. Barbs at the moment, we don't need to discipline, don't need Gogi. Let's keep double experience on our scouts. Just a hope, Granada. They want to preserve inspiration for state workforce. Fine. Oh, it's so tempting though. They'd kill me immediately. 56. I mean, look at this. +9 combat strength due to difficulty. This level of difficulty makes war so tricky, especially early game before you can start stacking modifiers. Valletta. Look at this array of city-states. This is mad. This is pushing me towards actually opening with encampment. Now, the reason I might want to open with encampment is you can sync encampments and Magnus together with provision to start spitting settlers out a lot. I'm not even sure how much space we're going to get here. Savia. Let's try something. Honor to meet you. Exchange information on capitals. Sometimes she will accept friendship on turn 1. No. It's later games she tends to do that. She's not quite Gilgabro. Still, it is worth trying. Look at all that gold. Bam. Selling luxuries. Excellent. 4 turns on this settler. I know that my capital has been doing nothing else but making settlers, but right now, that's what I want to do. That's what we want to do. 4 cities out within the classical era is not too bad given how rubbish the production of my start is. I'm not even trying to go for a golden age, by the way. We're nowhere near being able to pull that off. I guess if I settled 1 tile closer, I would get 4 era score for settling next to the canyon, but that doesn't help. That doesn't help if I can't get anything else, so it's 1 turn as well. So yeah, we're gonna go to medieval golden. That's our hope here. Look at all these settlers. There is so many. What are you doing? 5 cities, 1 city and 2 population, 19 pop and 18 pop. That's I'm scared. I am in danger. Someone's spreading religion over there as well. You are doing this deliberately now. I can't move my scout because your settler's in the way. Stop doing that. There we go. There is an Acropolis. It's there first, but at least they're now generating points towards Great Writers. We want all 5 of them to go in this era. Let's pick up 3 inquiry. It's the easiest source of era score. Move across this river and let's just keep continuing exploring. City number 2. Sailing boost. That's 1 era score. And welcome Kovawu. That's a nice piece of cotton that you have found there. Give yourself a monument because you want to grab this wheat tile as soon as you can, especially with all that extra culture and science. And then we'll go from there. Zulu. Hyper aggressive, but luckily nowhere near me. Do you want cotton? You do, but really kind of not very enthusiastically. That's fine. Can I grab your open borders, please? 14 gold is fine. I probably should have measured this actually. How far away from other cities is this city? Oh, we're not in range of Sparta. That's annoying. Yeah, I probably should have gone 1 tile further forward. Okay, it's worth bearing in mind for later. I still think Greece is going to continue settling towards me. We're going to have plenty of targets to take over eventually. Bronze working might give me a source of iron that actually helps me out a little bit here. Apadana is already built. AI is not messing around today. Very quick. It's all good. Later we'll be able to use that to try and put pressure on. Fingers crossed. I mean, look how far away from everything this map is. This is crazy. Oh dear. May it never be said that I ever re-roll my starts. I play every single game, and this is a very good example of a game that you would not take as Eleanor of Aquitaine. This is just all over the place. I would like Kovawu to grow as fast as possible, especially towards this canyon. So let's start working this wheat as fast as we can. I'm going to start throwing some gold towards a monument. Let's expand as quickly as we can. This will help just to pick up this tile, and that'll give me more science and then even more culture. I think I might sell the relic, you know. I can get enough gold here for a second monument. Just accelerate my early game a little bit. I give it to Greece, I'll get it back eventually. I'm not going to build any more temples, so this isn't going to travel around my empire very well. So I might as well get rid of it. Yeah, this is a strange move for me, but I think this makes sense. There's another monument. We need to get to political philosophy as soon as we can. We need to get up through this game, really take advantage of everything we can. I think actually I was working a monument, wasn't I? So there's a bit of lost production in that city. Never mind. Kamasi. Oh, you love to see Kamasi. You really do. Keep an eye on Kamasi. Trade routes to city-states. It's the lifeblood of your empire. All the culture. All of the gold. Greece has Hinduism. Warrior monks. Come on now. Scythia has Feed the World, but Greece is in the way, so I'm unlikely to pick that up anytime soon. Teddy's has finally finished this settler. That's so funny. It's sat there going, come on, fine. What do I have to do? Here is city number 3. This city looks a little bit like a parlor to me. How aggressively do I settle up in this direction? I might put a city here. Now, in the longer run for housing, it's not great, but this is Court of Love range for Sparta, and it helps me just to settle in this area a little bit more. And then we're going to probably go for a city there. Yeah, that looks like a good spot. There's no point putting it any further forward than that. And then we'll go for a city there as well. So, yeah, sorry about this, but there is a long way that you're going to have to move forward. We need to get this trader going, though, because moving things from one side of my empire to the other is proving painful. Armagh and Kabul both are within Armani range, so that's what we're going to do first. Let's start with Kabul, then go Armani afterwards, all for the era score, the delicious, delicious era score. There is the trade route. That's another barb camp that's just being left open for me. Thank you so much. A bit more era score, a bit more experience. Savia will be my friend. Hey, we have at least one friend. Excellent. One more monument here. I think that's now worth it. And then what I was going to start to do is start building this city with a priority. Kothaway needs to be my new haven of glory, a loyalty superpower that means that I can settle around it. That's kind of what we're going to hope for around here. Lots of farms, lots of areas for me to go and work. Bronze working's good. Let's just quickly go and get the watermill because that'll help with this wheat. Oh, city-state is mine. Kabul bows to France. And then Armagh, now you're up. How many turns have we got? 27 turns? It's going to be difficult. But if we can get the golden age, we will. Now Lander. Interesting. Good to know. All loyalty pressures now kicking out a little bit. It still says minus 20. That's not ideal. It's less than ideal, but we'll keep pushing. Let's buy a galley. This will go towards Parla. Now, where will that go? I don't see any lakes here. I think it will get dumped into the sea around here. So let's just risk it. Yeah, it went into the sea, but that's 3 era score. That's the first boat, really? That's hilarious. Sure. Come here. 74 culture. Yeah, this is kind of one of the reasons that I am not looking forward to taking on the culture victory, because I think the latent amounts of culture the AI is going to produce is just going to be filthy high. But we'll do what we can. Actually, we have 2 envoys at our disposal now, and we've already got one in Kamasi, so 1-2. Trade route to the city-state. I think that's going to be what we do now. Kamasi is ours. Okay. I might send the trade route down towards Armagh in that direction. Greece has got a couple of warriors around me. Not too many, but enough that are lurking that make me feel a little uneasy. So I'm just kind of keeping an eye on them. 96 culture per turn for Greece. Eventually that will be their undoing, because if they are just putting their theatre square down everywhere, which I'm beginning to do, when I take these cities over, they'll be really easy to then ricochet into them. So fingers crossed it will all pay off for me eventually. Magnus into my frontier city. Here we go. We're going to make a settler hub. Here's political philosophy. Let's go. No longer suzerain of Kamasi. Yay. Oh, that's annoying. It's making my trade route there. Never mind. Spending 100 gold, which is expensive, but this is a source of horse in my capital. I can work that tile for a tiny bit more production, but the horses, hopefully, I can sell for a little bit of money. This is an extra source of cotton as well. 5 gold per turn. Hey, it all works out. Here is Armagh. And there is Wheel. Next up, I think I'm going to try and unlock currency for more trade routes. But really, I just need momentum. This is the difficult thing to obtain right now. City number 4. Halicarnassus. How's the loyalty doing over here now? Still pretty bad. All we need is the golden age. A golden age would make this a lot easier. We are going to continue annoying you, Greece. You've already denounced me. I don't care for you at all, but yeah, we're just going to keep settling up here. Where am I getting iron from? Oh, city-states. Nice. Sell the horse. Sell the iron. Sell the diplothather. Buy the watermill. Go and work this wheat. Suddenly, this is looking a little nicer. I could maybe even get a preserve here, which would be a strange play. Maybe I could improve some of these tiles? No, it's not really the priority. 1 era score. Political philosophy. And what government do I want to go for? None of these are good for me at the moment. I am not earning any great people points. I don't have any cities with any districts. Oligarchy, we're not fighting anything. I don't need any unit experience. Autocracy, +1 yields in my government. Maybe. Government plaza, diplo quarter buildings. You know what? Actually, that is the better option for now. Although I want classical republic in the longer run. That at least just helps temporarily in Teddy's Ursa. So let's get the theatre square now going. This is a beautiful farm. Look at that. 4 food, 1 production, 1 science, 1 culture. Amazing. Diplo diplomatic league goes in. Survey is not helpful. I wish it was. It is not. Let's put Ilkham in. Maybe conscription? No, for one gob, it's fine. I'll keep survey in for a little bit, but I still think it's useless. Do I send this trade route to Parla for this road or Teddy's Ursa for this road? This sends it through Kabul, which isn't very handy. I'm going to actually go to Parla. 32 turns. We'll get that back in a second. Yeah, there you go. Let's boost this city as fast as we can. Oh no, our Mar's been taken from us. Who did that? Pericles. Pericles is going to get really annoying. But that is annoying because my galley can no longer go around, so I'm going to have to move my galley in the other direction now. Fine. Did I get any iron? Oh, I did. Right there. And under my city. Amazing. So at least we got some iron coming in. Delicate arch. Plots are 20% cheaper to purchase for any civilization that owns this tile. Hey, that would be quite useful. Level 2. Right, we just need to get to ambush now. Oh, I wish this religion was better. I really do. Warrior monks. I mean, come on. Are we going to really kill Greece with warrior monks? It's unlikely. But the loyalty is now starting to build in this area a little bit. Still minus 20. Come on. We can do this. We can do this. Ethiopia. Hello. Wanted to meet you. Love to some of your hospitality. Lake Victoria. Any civilization that owns at least one of these towers receives 15% growth in cities not on their continent's capital. Wow. That's really cool. That's the sort of bonus that I wish I was playing with Spain on. Granada, by the way, has been captured. Just remember that for later. We probably can liberate that one. We're already onto medieval writers, by the way. So exactly what we'd hoped would happen has happened. There's a lot of books around. Brussels. Another city-state. I think I'm going to make Parla into a little bit of a trade hub. So I'll move Magnus in, but the production in this area is looking really tasty. So this is going to be a little bit of a trade hub. I'm going to make this city populous. This will become a Pingala city soon. As soon as I can settle it. You can see this tile is now minus 17, which is a good sign. It means we're hopefully just about to start pushing back against this loyalty pressure. Urban Sir Hollow. Any civilization that owns at least one of these towers receives a free inspiration on earning a great general. Oh, big amount there of experience. Still, not what we need. Not what we need right now. Drama and poetry. That's tasty. Theatre Square. Unlocked. Military tradition. We'll pick that up quickly. Just keep pushing out. Keep pushing out. How's the loyalty pressure looking now? Oh, better. Okay, that still says minus 20, but this tile's now gone to minus 17. Excellent. This will help a lot. Go for the granary. Make sure the population in that city is as high as we can get. And we're going to make the government plaza now. What this is going to do is two things. This is going to give me an extra governor, which is really cool, but it'll also make the trade route to this city 2 food 2 production, which will help over here. I was thinking about putting the government plaza around in this area just to help the loyalty of these cities, but I think in the long run I'm not going to need it as long as we execute this properly. Currency. Okay, now I need to unlock the harbor because there's a chance we can get Imhotep here. It's a slim chance, but we're actually building up to 2,000 gold. There are still a decent chunk of wonders. No, there aren't. There are absolutely 0 wonders available to me. Maybe Imhotep is not the right move here. It's probably quite clear, really, isn't it? Classical era ends in 9 turns. I think the golden age is pretty much assured. We'll see. Sometimes weird things happen that can stop you, but I feel quite confident about what we're doing right now. Can I chop out the Gov Plaza? Yes, I can. Magnus now has provision. Are we ready to settle? It still says minus 20. I'm holding off just for a second here. Kind of want to change my government away from autocracy before I do the next building. I think maybe Ancestral Hall is the answer here. I don't really plan on settling more than like 10 cities. I want to steal other people's, but I might have to cross the sea and settle towards people in order to get this court of love going. So that's probably better than extra happiness and housing in the cities I've got. Although that would help me with housing, I guess. But then the minus 2 loyalty, I'm going to go audience chamber. Just on a hunch that is the correct play. I don't know if it is, to be honest with you. Chocolate Hills. Any civilization that owns at least one of these towers exerts 25% extra tourism towards other civilizations who may have a trade route with. That is suddenly, like, very important we get that. Very difficult, but if the Court of Love continues, maybe we'll get it. Who knows? Fishing boats. I really need a second fishing boat, so I'm trying to figure out where it's going to be. The only fish that I can really get to is this one. The Grey Shark Barbarian has been sat there, and it is refusing to move. It's like, please go. Even a slinger isn't going to be able to dislodge it very easily. To build another galley to get rid of that. Pantanal. Marsh towers provide standard adjacency bonuses. That's cool. All right, here we go. Cleared. Let's get this fish. Oh, there's another one here. There's so many broken galleys. What are you doing? Another fishing boat. That is Celestial Navigation boosted. We need one more era score in 2 turns. I'm going going to put this iron mine down, which should give me the era score I need. Excellent. I love it when a really bad plan comes together. Muscat as well. Hello there. Zulu has declared war on Greece. I saw someone declared war on Scythia earlier as well. The AI is getting stuck in. I don't know who's attacking who at the moment, but it's all a bit mad. Look at that 2 era score because of the double boost there. Amazing. Oh, I'm really hoping we can settle that in a turn. We should be able to. We really should be able to. Let's get this settler in with provision. We're doing all the right things. We're going to start to push up, build our theatre squares, start buying in great works. Hopefully at some point Greece will go into a dark age and then we'll start putting some pressure on. Fingers crossed. Golden Age, medieval era. Oh, excellent stuff. Golden Age for Greece as well. That is a bit of a pain, but suddenly that's minus 17? Oh, I don't know about that. We'll keep putting the pressure on, but blimey, that's not good. That is not good. What are we going to go for? Monumentality? Exodus? Pembrush and Voice? Free Inquiry. I have a couple of commercial hubs and harbors being built at the moment, so I think I might just run on the science. The monumentality is good. No, I think I'm going to go and run on the science. We're running through this part of the tree nicely at the moment. We're going to get to construction, and then of course to apprenticeship, and then to the grande école if I do build some campuses, which at the moment I'm not 100% sure I will. Well, just before the audience chamber finishes, let's change government, classical republic, and we actually need to work on loyalty here, which is just ridiculous, but +2 loyalty per turn might be a card I put in. We need the governor card as well. So we'll go to minus 17. That minus 17 will become minus 10 with the governor, minus 8 with my card, minus 5 if we get it happy, which we now should. Yeah, maybe we have a chance here. Maybe we have a chance. And finally, a very special shout out goes to Glorious Petra, Matthew Wilkinson, Paul Coffey, Portland, Clint Hennis, The Nickerman, Daddy Bear Todd, Toon General, Civilized, Scott Stratton, Major King Kong, Skeptical Bear, Cinnamon Beard, Radiatore, Private Selection, Genoa Salami, Callum Billy, Garrett Gowan, Polar Beret, El Truant, Creston, RB Hedged, Mushkin Mandletort, Burial, I'm Daft, Gooberman, Dr. Bobby, Polar Wallabear, Mixomatosis, NTG Golfman, Indigenous 68, Technology Poet, Teddy Ursa, Zaf, Barnaby Rex, Charlie Bears, Flying Dutch Burbs, Nate the Great, Alex Frost, Mean Penguin, Interplanet Janet, Frankincense Battlezord, Sleepy Lab, Bookaluk 79, Bob Loblaw, Davalex, Geography Teacher, Juvara, Hal Carnassus, Morax, Sinikush, Kappa Yobby Vireni, Echo Bear, Deja Fu, Kovawu. Thank you everyone for your support. See you all in the next video. Goodbye!